God's little bitch. Right, drop the beat. God's little bitch.
Hey, what's up, bitches?
Woo!
Welcome. God. All right. So I am trying to do a new stream thing. So I'm going with Streamlabs because it does have the better things for the alerts, but I don't know. Right now, me, I'm such a professional streamer.
I mean, I gotta say, starting with that video, excellent monetization strategy. Yeah,
I'm pretty happy. I hope everybody's awake. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. Thanks for spending it with us.
Yeah. Hey, awesome.
Yeah, today we got Bumblebee with us. Yay. Bree, why don't you do your elevator pitch for the beginning of the stream?
Hey, yeah. Hi, I'm Bree. And about my channel or about what we're doing today? Because I want to excited about what we're doing today here too. Huh?
No, you're going to start with your
my channel. Okay.
Well,
yeah.
Well, as
you know,
we do a 2-hour stream when we start at 9:30 Eastern. So when we finish up at 11:30 Eastern, some people have fallen asleep on us.
Yeah.
So I want everybody at the beginning and the end to be able to know who you are and where to find you, what you do, so that they can love you just as much as we do.
Absolutely. Yeah, I am Bree from Hive Science. I run a conservation channel where we take care of different critters and stuff. And that you see behind me. And we also I do a show called Life in the Hive where I do a lot of debunking about a lot of bad science stuff as well. It's like the kind of stuff we do here. I start with the Cryptic Corner and then work my way through some sci-fails, which just to give you an example, yesterday it was about fluoridated water and the evils that it inflicts upon our society. So things like that, I'm more than happy to debunk. But if you like shining some light on that kind of nonsense, come check it out. Hang out with us on Saturday morning. It's usually pretty funny, and usually we spend about 3 hours. So you can come in anywhere between 9:30 and about 12:30, and we'll be doing something kooky. So yeah, check it out.
What are those things behind? So what's all behind you today?
Well, I've got mostly right now. I got spiders. I don't have any insects right now because it's not really the season for them. I mean, I could raise mantises off season, but I don't have any mantises. But I got lots of tarantulas. I got a scorpion. I got a black hole spider, and I've got glow in the dark roaches. I've got Halloween jack-o'-lantern roaches, Madagascar African, or Madagascar giant hissing cockroaches. So yeah, I guess I do have some bugs.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember, gosh, years ago, like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I used to watch your streams and you always had the little mantis on your
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
miss those days.
Once I can get myself in established in a place where I can actually do the whole bug thing again, I probably will do that. Right now, I'm kind of limited on how much space I have for critters. So
Can't relate.
Yeah, there's these two shelves behind me where in my previous location I had like a whole basement that I had at my disposal for creatures and creepies and crawlies.
Oh, I finally found the full screen screen sharing thing after the video. But of course,
Yeah.
professional streamer. I also want to figure out how to get like these little things off of us because I want to like, I don't know, show your beautiful face, but I don't know. Notes for next time, maybe. Oh, hey, I found out how to kick Dr. Tapioca Weasel.
Why is it putting code over us like that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, why is that there? That's kind of annoying, but you know. Anyways, so who is gonna talk to us about whatever the fuck we're watching today?
Oh, well, I was excited to talk about that too because I've like covered this channel before. This is Stellium7. They're like a mud fossil university type channel. They do have some of their own specialties though. One of the things that they talk about a lot is the giant tree stumps, which is called mesas and things like Devil's Tower volcanoes and things like that, giant tree stumps. Stellium also has a fondness for fighting rocks that he thinks are shaped like organs and insisting that they are indeed organs. Now, I covered this channel on my channel a couple years back with Godless Engineer, and we covered this eyelid that he thinks is an elephant. So I know kind of his arguments and what kind of claims he's going to make about him. But today we are going to be looking at specifically the heart-shaped stones, which this guy has quite a collection of. And
all right, so do you want to kind of brace everybody? What is a heart stone?
Yeah, it's basically it's a wad of clay with inclusions that's been tumbled by a glacier. And then calcifies like that and gets hardened into the shape of they call them cobbles. There's usually inclusions in them, but it's mostly like sedimentary clay wrapped around different types of inclusions. Sometimes they could be actual fossils inside of them, but a lot of times it's just a stone of some type inside.
This is a good question. Are mermaids a mud fossil?
Mermaids are a cryptid.
Yeah. See.
Are you talking about the mermaids from Primeval? Yeah.
Not sure.
Those were wicked looking. They were descendant from humans.
Dead mermaids were mud fossils.
What about Fiji? What about Fiji mermaids?
Well, apparently crabs are mud fossils. We learned that.
There's giant dragons in the mud fossils. There's vagina caves galore.
So I gotta say, at least Roger is even better about this. The first 1 minute of this video is just
him trying to figure out.
Is this the one with the 4 minutes of tech issues at the beginning?
Yeah, no, we're just so.
Well, we can
no audio.
We can do whatever. I think we have like 5 videos to pull from, so we'll just ride it out until we hit 2 hours.
Okay, we're at 1 minute and 10 seconds, and nope.
I believe this one is like a full before you actually get started, it's a full 4 minutes in. But
That
that does sound like us, though, so I can't really blame him.
All
right.
Yeah,
Every time-
exactly.
We're getting closer.
At least every time
Yeah,
I'm on
anybody
here, I
hear me?
drag you guys down. We can hear you.
I like the art in his office.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just
Nice
give me the
painting.
go-ahead if you can hear my voice.
Okay, we can hear you.
I
We're
can
going to
start.
skip ahead a little bit.
Got it. Sorry, folks.
Thank you, Robert.
Okay, wow.
It's okay.
Everything good to go here? Everything good.
Yes, go.
Just give me a thumbs up and I will start.
2 thumbs
Do you think
down.
this will accelerate the process, right?
It's because Maya's not doing it. That's why he hasn't.
Thumbs up.
moved.
Maya,
What am I
Maya,
doing? Oh,
gotta-
I'm sorry. Can you see? I have 1 thumb, 2 thumbs.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So
He's off.
this is
There you
just going to
go,
be a real
see?
quick one today because I've got to go out and have
We didn't
lunch with
rehearse
some
this, I swear.
awesome dudes. But I got a message today from somebody mentioning that Hangman 1128 had mentioned me in one of his videos, and I just wanted to talk about that and a few other things, and I was going to put everything into an editor and create a video, and then I realized that I could just go live. So I'll
just
get
so you
better
know,
at
this guy's
I
also
promise.
friends with Howard Stirrup.
Anyway,
Howard Stern.
Howard
like,
Stirrup.
Oh,
You know Howard Stirrup, the flat earther, right?
Oh, the
yes.
flat earther.
That's Howard.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah, that would not be a me thing.
He's
Yeah.
with the board, right? The pie board.
Yes.
if you're not
I'm
familiar with
very disappointed that he understands what you said.
Yeah. Also, I just want to say, there's a hidden resource here that we should keep in mind for future episodes.
Somebody is trying to contact you.
Because this
Junior.
the suggested videos on this gold mine for this show, I would imagine.
Man 1128's channel, it's essential. He's done easily as much work as I have on the mountain and the heartstones, on the avatar trees or the biblical trees, and it's just amazing.
Do we know what avatar trees are?
So avatar trees are the giant trees. Like saying the Devil's Tower is a giant tree stump because they're the big trees, like the big tree in the Avatar movies. So
I mean,
that's what they call them. It can be seen for miles. They believe that every volcano, not every volcano, but all these volcanoes and stuff, or these dead volcanoes are tree stumps. Some mountains and mesas are tree stumps. So some islands are tree stumps. There's a lot of things that they believe are just giant tree stumps.
And they does he also believe that like some mountains are like dead giants?
I think so. I think we will find that is a belief that this gentleman holds. He will defer to Roger at points during the video. So he's a Rogerite, definitely.
Yeah, 100%. There's a zero chance that he has no idea who Roger is.
Yeah, no, literally none.
Footage. So if you haven't been to that channel, go to it. He's got hundreds of hours of footage. And
sadly,
to me, it's just undeniable. He's got so many examples of all scale of these trees that were miles wide and who knows how tall. And he shows all the different ways in which they break down, they decompose, and
there has never been a miles wide tree. Just saying that. There's been.
Yeah, the closest you would get to a miles wide tree would be like Pando.
Yeah, well, I mean, and that's
cheating. That's a quaking aspen colony.
Yeah, that's a whole bunch of. Well, that's a clone of one. That aspens are really cool that way, and
yeah,
this actually Pando is one of the biggest organisms in the world. That's the only way you're going to get trees that are miles across. The biggest tree. You know what? I'm actually going to look it up. What is the widest tree stump?
Oh, whoa. Sorry.
Let's see. So, Well, it gives them their height in meters. 83 meters above the base is the tallest tree. It's a giant sequoia, General Sherman. And what was the diameter? Or is it diameter I'm after or radius?
But they're the same thing by a factor of 2.
Okay.
Or circumference. I mean, all of those are the same for a
34 meters, which is still huge.
34 meters wide?
Says the world's widest living tree has a diameter of 34.5 meters. It's an African baobab tree, and they get really wide. Yeah, they're really fat.
Some of the yew trees can also get like crazy weird and wide. Trees are weird.
I was expecting it to be a sequoia, but it wasn't. It's a baboa. It would have the widest tree stumps, but it's nowhere near kilometers across like he's talking about, or miles, because he's an American, so he's using miles, even though in science we use the metric system. So
yep.
For $2, I want to thank Jester Lord of Fools. Praise the Hive Queen.
Praise the Hive Queen.
I tend to agree.
The Hive Queen is the only member of royalty in the Weasel cult.
Sap and how the sap petrifies in different ways. And I've been...
Amber is petrified sap. See, I know a thing about the natures. Hooray.
Mm-hmm. You're basically a nature scientist.
Yeah.
For quite a while, and I've given some shout outs in the past, and I've talked about him in a number of interviews because I feel that his information dovetails perfectly with mine. And he hasn't... I know he's watched some of my videos, and he sent me.
Peter Guns does say sorry. He missed the video. I'm thinking there's maybe some context that I'm missing here. But
I mean, worst case scenario, he super chatted in the wrong side chat, which would be hilarious.
That would be awesome. Just saying.
I'm pretty sure I've done that.
I've totally chatted in the wrong side chat because I've had up to 5 different chats open at one time.
We totally could have done snippets today.
I've never super chatted the wrong streamer. That would be. I love that. I would have been the recipient of that though. That is awesome. But we not saying that you actually did that, Peter Guns. Thank you. Thank you for the $2. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Oh, you know what? I don't have my backlight on. That's why it looks so freaking dark in here. I'm like, why is it so dark?
Years ago.
There we go. Because I can't figure out how to get these. Does anybody know, like, if anyone wants to at me, like, how I get these little things away in Streamlabs? Because it's a little annoying. And I want to show off Bree's beautiful face.
Oh, the things that are they still on our faces?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to look underneath.
I have the video up. Not this, there's only so many things.
I don't know what the deal is with this coating on our face.
I have no idea.
Since then. But
keep trying, I believe in you.
The thing about his stuff is that all of the stones that he's showing don't look anything like the stones in this region. And that's what some are saying Montgo is a melted building. Others are like, no, it's a giant tree. I'm like, it's not a tree. It's not a building. It's the stuff I've been showing.
It's Superman.
And you can watch the videos to see the evidence when it comes to that. But I'm going to play this in a second. Hopefully you can hear the audio. That's something else I didn't. Let me know if you hear the audio in this. I'll just back it up a little bit.
Do you think our audience is going to recognize that the reason we're showing this guy is to make ourselves look better by technological comparison?
Yeah, this is like, he's actually kind of schooling us right now, though. Because he's on camera and we're behind code.
Yeah. Yeah. One day I'll be a professional streamer just like Bree.
Oh, please. At least everybody can hear us right now. That's my goal. If I hadn't invested so much, if I didn't have so much of my stuff saved into Streamlabs OBS, I probably would switch it out myself because of that feature where it doesn't tell you when your mic is on. It annoys me so much.
Yeah.
Or when your mic's not hot. Either way, it doesn't tell you. There's no red lights to say this is on, this is on. So this actually is working out better. But
yeah, I need other stuff. So
because it's like it didn't finish loading the coding, so now we're seeing the coding on the screen. Is there an option to hide our names? Because I think that is the coding for our little name tags.
Oh, okay. I'll try that. Okay, you guys talk and stream. I will do back producer stuff.
So he's trying to show a thing.
Just a short little video that he made, but I mean, sometimes things look.
He doesn't look convinced.
So really they are exactly what they look like.
The trees are fibers.
The trees are
fibers.
Intriguing. See?
Yeah. Intriguing. Uh-huh.
Yeah. For some reason, this shows the true color. A big chunk of this just fell off. See part of the grain.
I can't see part of the grain, bro.
Stellium, look at your face, bud.
Right here.
Come on.
See? Hold on a second.
Sorry, not showing the screen.
There we go.
It's okay. Happens to us too.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go down over here.
So we've got rock that looks like wood.
More. Okay. See here. And at an angle.
It doesn't really look like wood though.
Yeah, it looks like layers of sediment.
Yeah, it doesn't have grain. It has a grain sort of direction, but it doesn't have the sort of.
It kind of looks like where you see water washing on the shores of a lake. It's with a stony shore. How it's got like a little step pattern from the water. That's what it looks like to me. Not wood grain. Like water
or something that got like compressed a lot and then sort of squeezed.
Yeah.
All this, everything.
Everything? Like
everything.
This whole mountain
you want
in a 100-mile radius. Come right over here.
So this stone that he's showing, I don't find anything like this anywhere around here.
Look harder.
Well, let's say. I mean, what's the location, right? We can probably find you a place where you can get some shirt.
Like, I don't know if I've ever seen anything that resembles the White Cliffs of Dover, like just walking around my neighborhood. It doesn't mean they don't exist. Does it mean they don't exist? Somebody reassure me.
This looks just like freshly chopped wood.
No, it doesn't.
It looks like shirt. That's what it looks like to me.
Would build a piece off of there.
Shirt and shale.
This is what we see.
Okay, well, what does that look like? Okay, this is a Rorschach test. I see
watermelon.
I see I see an explosion. Like a moss factory that exploded.
I see the coast of Massachusetts.
Yeah.
I can see New York Harbor.
This is the wood. Yeah.
Does it feel like
That's
wood?
just got the moss on it.
I mean, it's possible that it is like petrified wood. Some of this stuff, maybe. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that it's all shale and shirt. Let me see.
Well, did he have a he may have mentioned where it was.
Yeah.
But
so this is what
is that a cat? Looks like there's a cat right there, sort of.
Yeah, let me see. This is what shale and shirt looks like.
I know what a shirt looks like. Maya doesn't let me on without a shirt.
No.
CHERT.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's not pronounced chert. Even if you want to say it that way, don't, because the geologist will get mad at you. I don't know if Beamsy's here, but we just don't need that kind of trouble directed at us.
I mean, I don't know. I kind of like, poking.
Bree, did you want to share something?
Yeah, I was just showing what shirt looks like. Yeah, this is shale and shirt.
There we go.
It's a type of rock. Yeah.
That
Rock
is
hammer for
beautiful.
scale, as always.
Gotta have a rock hammer for scale.
Yeah, so that's what we're looking at in this video, and they're confused about it, which is okay. It's okay to be confused about a type of rock that you don't know what it is, you know?
I mean, it
Cool.
would be if you weren't trying to assert that you were right, and
Yeah.
every single scientist that has ever existed is wrong about this.
You know, yeah, that is where the problems start, right? That's where the problem arises. So
I mean, he don't think it be like it is, but it do.
sometimes it do be like that, though.
All the way back up in here. I'll show you that in a second. You come right here. And you see, we'll pull a piece off here.
Like, the presence of like a certain symmetry inside a rock crystal does not mean that it came from a tree that you think just visually kind of sort of has a similar symmetry.
Yeah, physics
Well-
sort of react the same on natural material and inorganic materials too.
Yeah, exactly, right?
It's just wood.
Tell
Oh,
me
yeah?
that isn't wood. You know?
It's not wood. Start a fire with it.
I'm gonna get tired of making shirt jokes. You're full
Okay,
of shirt.
Sometimes things are what they look like, right? And
And sometimes they're not. And sometimes people disagree with you on what it looks like.
Here, see,
the examples that he has are just
this is what we see.
countless and undeniable, in my opinion. So it's been
What's he gonna claim they are? I wonder.
Well, the wood trees.
Well, he
He
says
thinks
they're
that's-
not. That Stellium seems to think there's something else.
better to
Oh,
watch that on his channel because he's got pretty good camera. Actually, that was live, but
nice
he's got
though.
another camera that he uses where he zooms in from great distances and he can show you these structures in megalithic scale and then down to the smaller size that you're looking at there. And he compares it to trees and shows how they're all decomposing and breaking down, and it is identical.
How many giant trees could the Earth support? Like a tree that as big as they're talking is gonna need tons of nutrients, right? have
yeah. Unless it's crazy old, and you run into a limit at a certain point. Like you run into a time limit. Like how long have plants been around? I
Yeah.
don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's less than 600 million years because I'm pretty sure the Cambrian explosion happened less than 600 million years ago.
Yeah, about 550 to 520. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. And like when did the first organisms producing cellulose like come out of the sea?
Ooh.
I have no idea.
Well, that's part of the Carboniferous rainforest collapse too, was because so much of the carbon was soaked up into that cellulose, and they couldn't break it down. There was no organisms to break it down.
But like one of the things that you're gonna run into though with a tree that just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger is the square cube law.
Right.
With a tree, you'll probably be able to get further along than with a lot of things because the interior, like dead matter, you can just sort of be chilling on that as a support material because that's kind of what trees do.
Yeah. Very
but
fibrous.
It's not gonna get you up to a 5-kilometer diameter tree. You're just gonna have not enough. You would need to develop a totally different type of everything for that to work out.
The tree would have to be so tapered or something it'd almost be mountain shaped itself in order to be able to support itself. That's why most big trees are like a baboa tree, where they're a big fat middle thing with a lot of little branches coming off of them, or they're like a Washington Memorial, just straight up and down, because you can't really vary from that too much and keep the square cube law happy.
Yeah,
Oak
exactly.
trees, oak trees will grow out and literally put their elbows down because of it. You'll go if you ever go out and look at giant old oak trees, like really old ones, half
I
their
love
branches
those.
will
They're the most beautiful.
Yeah, they'll go back down into the ground and they'll grow roots off of that too. It's really cool. There's a really, really cool one in North Carolina. If you ever get a chance to see it, it is covered with green moss and Spanish moss. Really pretty and cool looking. All right.
Boom.
So the thing that I wanted to show here, in this video, he's going through a whole bunch of different examples that are in his yard that he's gathered, showing all the different ways in which the tree and the bark can be, and the sap and how it petrifies. And then he's got this one.
Okay, that looks like, I mean, it's hard to tell because it's not, and I'm sure it's even harder for our audience, unfortunately. That looks looks more like quartz or silica than anything else.
Piece that he's not.
And the underneath it actually just looks like some tile, like in his backyard.
He's not certain about, and I'll just play that.
Look at that.
Here are 2 petrified turtles.
Wait, hold on. What is this rock with the little trademark symbol? Look at this thing.
Anyone?
This is clearly baboon brain, right?
Well,
a petrified baboon brain.
I think it might be. Hold on. What is it? Like some bad fruit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Gus, if you're watching, that's those look like turtles to me.
Turtles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever they look like is what they are.
Turtle.
So
I mean, it used to be
that's
a turtle.
how you gotta do these
Petrified.
videos.
They're on the same page. They both think it was a turtle. Chat, do you guys think it was a turtle?
Hmm.
I mean, it might be a
I'm gonna
turtle.
Wait,
I'm
what
gonna
is
say
he?
no, it's not a turtle, but
Wait, what does he think? He thinks it's a turtle, or
Yeah, they think it's a turtle. I'm going back. Yeah, no, a petrified baboon brain. I'm gonna jump on that bandwagon.
yeah, because that looks more like that than a turtle, right?
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
So we'll see what the chat says. So turtle, baboon brain.
Petrified
Yeah.
baboon brain, if you can fit it.
Or what else could it be? Testicles.
You said
that's the
Yeah.
rock would be testicles, like shriveled
Mhm.
versions. Tapioca weasel.
No, because that's
I'll just
only
win.
gonna.
Yeah, I'll just win.
Yeah.
I'll-
No. All right.
I do
So
a win.
here are the options. It's a turtle, petrified baboon brain. God, why is that a tongue twister? Or a bag of dicks.
The audience seems very much all about that turtle. So,
Yeah, I probably think it's a dapper turtle.
well,
The dapper turtle is actually in this poll a bag of dicks. Don't tell the audience. I don't want to view the results.
Look, I can see my butt.
But I want you to
You didn't.
understand that
The camera. So
when I tell you everything on the periodic table originated from the trees, it didn't come from magma from the core of the earth.
What? What?
the
That
periodic
doesn't make
table.
What were the trees made out of? Were the trees not made out of elements? Do you think that there was trees that are made out of primordial ectoplasm? And then from those trees, little bits of pollen came off and turned into hydrogen and helium and all sorts of ancient sacred geometry, nucleosynthesis. Is that what you're talking?
So, just according to the Silmarillion, there were 2 trees that were planted in the west from the lights of the lamps that were crafted by Eulwe with the lights of Varda inside. And they planted those trees, and that's obviously where all the elements that came that we build stuff with. Vandy. I don't know where.
But I mean, and then Shelob had to deal with
Morgoth
to go and steal the things and
Yes.
like they like brought it all down or something. I don't remember
Right,
the
and
details.
now we're actually finding that Tolkien was right. We're finding the trees.
Yeah,
We found them.
this means
They're
spiders
real.
are evil though.
Oh,
So
holy
Oh
shit.
no! I thought I heard him whispering about me earlier.
Bree,
so-
we can see you.
Yeah. But only
Uh,
Bree. Can you see
Only
me?
no. No one can see you.
Okay. That's fair. That's probably good. Wise decision. Beautiful.
Pat myself on the back. I'm very proud of myself. You have no idea.
I'm Goliath.
Fantastic.
I've been back here. I switched browsers. I've been clicking every button under the sun. I have no idea what's going on in my own stream. I trust you.
You can see our faces though.
I did interject to derail the stream with bags of dicks.
No,
Yeah.
fair.
And,
currently,
which looks like it's winning. But before I told everybody what an AIG was, Petrified Baboon Brain was winning. So it looks like you might be right, Doc. Or at least they might be
that was Bree's idea.
a petrified baboon.
Yeah,
Brain.
yeah,
Like I
that was
said, I
that
was
was
not paying
mine.
attention.
That was Bree. No, I would, but
That's just
I
what
wanna be
clicked in my
clear.
brain when I saw it. And that's how you do
yeah.
mud fossil, right? Whatever it looks like is what you say it is.
Exactly.
Here,
And you,
This-
when someone
like,
this is
this-
how
double
this is
down.
how I do mud fossils. So, yeah, down the
Yeah.
hatch.
Down the hatch.
The thing on screen reminds me of Plank from Ed, Edd and Eddy. It is from Ed, Edd and Eddy, right? Yeah. Anyway.
Earth or the crust. It's,
Why
I'm
not?
telling you, it's a lie. So whatever.
I'm sorry, Bree and I are
Put
actually
that-
much
that
older than you,
truth.
so we didn't get the Ed and Eddy time.
Yeah, just a little bit.
It's possible I got the show wrong.
Was it Hey Arnold?
That's up to you.
I don't
Was
think
it
it was
perhaps Hey
but
Arnold?
I did not watch enough Hey Arnold, but
Oh, okay.
somebody might know. Whoops.
The plank. Someone
And-
said. Jason.
Oh.
This is a piece that's
that a
totally
TV
out
show?
of my league or my.
The
what
plank
I
is
do
a
with
character
the
from one
trees,
of
but
those shows. Yeah,
Gotcha.
like the board, or like
Yeah.
I found
the
this.
character point.
Yeah. It's what's it comparable to? I guess it's not really comparable to anything that I can think of off the top of my head.
By the Fountain River in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Now this is what an inclusion looks
There's
like.
a whole bunch of this down there, but this here to me.
If
Wait.
you look at the yellowish part, that was the sedimentary rock, and then the older rock. I don't know. Do we have a? I want to say that's granite, but I can't. I'm not a rock
Doesn't-
expert, but
It doesn't look like granite, but I have no idea what I'm talking about, as per usual.
I mean that's where I am too. But I know that it's it's an inclusion. I know that the yellow stuff is sedimentary rock. So take a dental tool and you can drill fossils out of it and stuff. I like to watch people do that. Sometimes it's very, very relaxing. If you want to have something to chill your brain out, watch somebody chip out a fossil. Make sure
Yeah.
it's time lapse, though. It'll take forever.
Yeah.
John
It
Hudson
looks
thinks
like
that's slate.
But what?
John Hudson's been around since the Stone Age, so he would know. Right, John
He
Hudson?
thinks it's slate. He thinks that the gray rock is slate, which
Yeah.
it kind of looks like. And slate is sedimentary, right?
Yeah.
Slate is kind of fine silt things. I think. I don't know.
It's biological, that it's not part of a tree remains. It looks like it's part of something that was living at one time. I don't know what it could have been. I don't believe it's part of the.
Does this look like a thing that like the whole thing used to be living?
I don't know. It doesn't look like it used to be one thing. It looks like there's more than
Oh.
one thing here.
Exactly.
It mushed
like
together.
the yellow stuff to me kind of vaguely looks like cement or something, and then the stuff between it is like the bricks in the cement.
Yeah, like concretion between, the stones. Mhm.
Yeah.
Part of the tree. And I wanted to show this to Mike from Stellium7.
what tree produces something like this? Like, what part of the tree looks like this? A burl? A burl doesn't look like this.
No, burls are nice and round, usually.
Well, they can be weird, like tumorous, but they're not going to be jagged and have like chunks that look like slate, and then chunks that look like.
But don't they have like a globular way of? Well, so do tumors, though.
Yeah,
It's just how they grow. Yeah,
they basically are like tumorous.
giant tumors. Yeah.
Yeah, but crazy.
But
Oh,
you
real
see here,
quick.
these are like membranes.
I don't know if this guy knows Roger, but he definitely knows of Roger.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if like they are on speaking.
Yeah. Does
terms,
Roger
but
know him? Is the question.
I wouldn't like. You could tell me they were besties, and I'd be like, I would expect Roger to mention him more.
But we should build a pantheon though of these guys, like so we know where they all.
Oh yeah,
stand.
no. At a certain point, we're definitely going to need to have an episode, maybe a special episode, where we do a tier list. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm here for it.
Like, and then the blood or whatever crystallized.
The blood. That's
Okay,
blood.
you got the crystals. That's just what the sap and probably blood did. Okay, but I believe this is biological, buddy.
Yeah, and I think he's completely right. This is the first thing he's shown that looks like anything that I found here, but this is an absolutely beautiful specimen. So I believe this is bone, and just like he's saying, this is a membrane. That's the blood vessel wall, and then what we have in here is all of the petrified blood plasma and the red blood cells. So the more,
I mean, at least that hypothesis that he just articulated is like 5 times as coherent and reasonable as what the other guy was saying. So it's completely unreasonable and incoherent. But
I have a question. What type of blood did the tree have?
it was a half-blood.
Half-blood tree.
Yeah.
A blood
yeah.
blood trees are cool.
Yeah, its father was a pure blood tree, but its mother was a Michael born.
Dragon blood trees actually are really cool, but yeah.
Amber gave us $2 to say also guaranteed to brighten a day, a League of Pigs.
Oh my gosh, I love League of Pigs. I love them so much. If you don't know what League of Pigs is, like key it in and watch a race. It's the most adorable thing. You will not be disappointed. I watch hours of it, but it always
Hold on.
Wait. You show me tons of animal videos. League of Pigs has never happened.
Yeah, I have never seen. Are we talking about piglets that are racing?
Well, they're not piglets. They are young, but they're athletic. I watch it. I watch it in Gather.
Well, you know what? How many times have I been in Gather in the last week? Once.
Look, whose fault is that?
Yeah.
Yours.
Oh my gosh.
I blame you.
Yeah, this is about right.
I think I've shared it in my Discord too. League of Pigs.
I don't remember seeing League of Pigs.
Well, you know what? Since we're talking about League of Pigs, and I don't science in this way, let's take a little League of Pigs break. Brady, you have a
Bree,
you
gotta
that
get
you
us
can
League of Pigs because this sounds
fire up right quick. Because I mean, Ember paid a whole $2 for this, and she doesn't have any money, so I feel like it's only right to derail the stream.
Let me find something.
Properly thank her.
We'll find something short here.
And besides, given that we started with, Michael Jackson, like there's no chance we're getting monetized, though.
Look, it wasn't Michael Jackson. It was Jikel Maxon. Hello, algorithm.
So these are our racers. Ginger is this one. And then this is Piggy Smalls. Peppa is my favorite.
Piggy
She's the little one.
Piggy Smalls.
Yeah,
oh well,
Piggy
okay.
Smalls.
So I've been married.
Not tired.
There we go. Woo!
Go! Come on!
We are back, League of Piggers, with round 3, and it marks the penultimate chance to watch these pigs racing in the legendary paddock. Water was reintroduced last round, and the pig that caused the biggest splash was Hoshioinku from Japan, of course, and it means that he is within striking distance of the top spot. Piggy S'mores, the only other male in this competition, also took a maker show that's in desperate need to.
Okay,
Just like last time, it's the
hold on,
girls who have the best start. Bear and Ginger now going forward over this mountain. Piggy S'mores and Hoshi on their tails for this water, though. Bear almost stops. Piggy S'mores rockets past everybody. Ginger has to defend herself against the Japanese pig, but has the better line. Manages to do it. Piggy S'mores seals race 2 and draws him level with Ginger in this round. Hoshioinku needs to be careful. He needs to capitalise on these water races if he's to have a chance this season. And if Bear doesn't do something special in the next few races, I fear her championship dreams will be over. Hoshi has managed to find the largest crabapple I've ever seen round here, and he's certainly not willing to share it either. Last week he had the area all to himself, but he doesn't have that luxury right now. And actually, crabapples are very tough to eat, and it's a fact that I think the big man from Japan is learning right now. I would say that he's bitten off more than he could chew.
Wait, did they
but he's
stop
struggling to even
racing to,
bite
like,
it right now.
forage for food?
Meanwhile, the others have decided that many small apples
while the guy
is the best
talks and
route
makes
forward.
jokes
And I personally agree with this strategy. I think you can intake more apple by chewing on lots of small objects as opposed to trying to break a large one down.
All right,
And while we've got
come on.
That's our League of Pigs.
I want to see Ginger win, please. I want to.
Does Ginger win any of the races? I don't think Ginger wins any this season or so far this season. Let me see.
Well, you know what? Next time, just
Ginger won a whole season early on.
Here's what'll happen if you want to see Ginger
And
win.
that's dire for the American. Mexico's going to get the second win of the
together.
season. Yes, they do. But their timing could not have been worse.
Come together. We will watch Ginger win. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
League of Pigs.
League of Pigs. All right.
I want to be clear. I didn't know about League of Pigs until less than 5 minutes ago, and now it is at least 30% of my personality.
It is like my favorite sport. I don't even know why
Okay.
why we bother with other sports when we have League of Pigs.
Marble racing.
You
is
know
pretty
what? We should have just had a League of Pigs stream.
Marble
that,
racing. Yeah.
You know, combat the horrible other sport that's going on right now.
Yeah, I hear actually Taylor Swift is watching League of Pigs on her phone while she's sitting there at the Raider Stadium in Vegas. Anyway,
That would make more sense.
I had no idea today was that day until 2 hours ago. I'm so out of touch.
Okay, so petrified pig brains.
Blood cells you have.
Hey, I'm talking. God damn it.
I thought you were telling me to go back to it. Sorry, I misread that one. That's my bad.
Petrified pig brain tied with bag of dicks for first place. Close. That was 35%. So 75% of the vote went towards those, and then another 28%. So it was a close second. Went to turtle. So I'm hearing that some of our newbies are idiots because they're agreeing with the mud fossil guy. But that's cool. That's cool. We want you to stay and, learn with us.
This is how we learn. I gotta smoke some weed because this is struggle for my brain to deal with sometimes.
I don't know what that is, but cheers.
Darker, it can be almost like iron color red, or it can be yellow and fatty looking, or it can be even clear and white. It all depends on how many of the red blood cells are there.
For anybody who doesn't know this or needs this kind of information, trees don't have blood cells. I'm just gonna throw that out there to you. Just throwing it on out there. Okay, we'll move on.
A revelation. Whoops.
Okay.
Anyway, so I just wanted to introduce people to his channel and let him know that I'm totally on board with his findings, and I think they dovetail perfectly with mine. And mine are distinct from what he's showing. So you take those and put them together, and you've got a whole lot of extremely
compelling confirmation bias soup. It's delightful. That's how these people
compelling evidence in support of this this idea that there were titanic creatures once upon a time in the world. So I wanted to talk about another channel. This is Mud Flood was Armageddon.
I do have an update from the Super Bowl, and this is an
Oh.
update you guys are going to want. Kevin
fuck's sake.
Sorbo is already seething on Twitter about Taylor Swift. So just so everybody
Oh.
knows, anybody keeping track.
I do like
Kevin
this.
Sorbo.
Oh, wait. So I
Was
put
Taylor the
money
halftime
that
show?
Taylor Swift would win the internet, or I'm sorry, the Super Bowl. Am I right?
The Swift Bowl, if you will.
If you will.
Was Taylor the halftime show?
Taylor has been the show for probably the last 2-3 weeks, maybe.
Yeah, it's mostly
Yeah.
just the glorious meltdown the bro flakes are having about her 26 seconds per game on that they actually point the camera at her. It's too much.
Yeah,
They
and
can't look at
again,
Taylor Swift for 26 seconds during the
I used to share their ire for like the whole Taylor Swift thing. I told the boyfriend, I was like, I don't give a fuck. Don't talk to me about Taylor Swift this weekend. That was last weekend. And but I didn't know how much she was pissing off at assholes. So I'm finding a newfound love for her. That being said, Taylor Swift's boyfriend, which I believe is his government name, is playing in the Super Bowl, and that's a bad thing.
Oh, right.
Because-
Okay, I remember
because he got the vaccine.
Yeah, he did. He got the vaccine. He also likes trolling right wingers on Twitter. Also, Taylor Swift told a bunch of her followers to register to vote, and they did.
Can you
And
believe that?
and
I mean,
the right
sounds
wingers
pretty all right.
lost their shit, and I mean all of them simultaneously. And
telling
when I
people to
tell you to
register.
vote and you fight me, like, no, voting doesn't matter. And I say,
Yes, it
fuck
does.
you.
Election-
This is a right wing trope meant to suppress.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to suppress the vote. The what do you call it? The plan is to get as few people voting as possible. That is the plan. So if you believe that your vote doesn't matter, I don't care if you're a Democrat in a blue state, you need to fucking vote. Because one, we can't just win. We need to overwin. Because you see what they're doing right now, right? There were 60. Donald Trump had to overcome 60 election fraud votes. Like they tried 60 times, and we
Legal
voted too
challenges.
much to edge him out. We couldn't not Bob Dole. Who's the climate change guy that used to be
Al
Clinton's
Gore.
gal? Yeah, we couldn't Al Gore him. And a bunch of people got off their asses to vote, and that was the only reason why we couldn't Al Gore him. Why? Because there were too many. If there had been too many in 2000, we would have had a President Gore. Voting fucking matters.
Elections
Do
have
it.
consequences.
That probably would have been the best timeline. A lot of people think that we
been
diverged at the Harambe thing, but I think it was
No.
actually the Gore Bush election was the divergence point.
I blame Reagan for everything.
Okay, you want to go
And
all
I'm
the way
not-
back to the 80s.
I'm not
fine.
saying that there weren't evil fuckers. I mean, I was saying to somebody else last night, I'm like, we fucked up once what do you call it? Once the Mayflower hit Plymouth Rock. Like that
Yeah.
was the true downward spiral.
When things
I'm
started
sorry.
going south.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. However, anything that affects, well, I guess that does affect us today. But Bree, I never would have met you. And, so something good came out of it. That aside, I was right. And
Yep,
Go
on
Taylor
the
Swift.
other hand, you also maybe you would have never met me. So okay, what's better that
Wait,
you did
wait.
meet Bree or that you
Your-
wouldn't meet me? Like you gotta weigh
your
those.
grandfather enslaved my grandfather. And I haven't seen any fucking reparations in the side chat, mister.
Oh, goddamn.
Reparations.
Hit the
I
play
can
button.
do it.
Woo!
Armageddon. I hope somebody subscribes quick because he's at 911 subscribers. But I don't think there's been anybody who's really been as excited about and promoted my
We
channel.
need to go
as
check
much
out
as
his
Alan
channel
has
after this is over
started.
so we can see if he's worth
He's been
covering.
streaming for years. If you want daily brain
Market.
splats, go to his channel. He streams for hours and hours
I
and hours.
never wanted
and,
anything more
I
than a
can't keep
daily
up with
brain
it all.
splat in my life.
A
What's this
daily
channel
what?
called?
Hey,
Daily brain splat.
that sounds healthy.
Yeah,
Oh.
it sounds like the best thing that could happen to your brain.
This guy's got a mad tab game going on here. Look at this.
Yeah.
Oh
That
my
is-
God. He's as
That
bad
was-
as
that was-
Roger.
Yeah.
Roger does this.
Yeah. But
I will do that with
Ro-
one browser screen on Live from the Hive, and I'll nip it down, but it never gets that bad. It's usually about 10 or 12. But
I'm
holy
bad.
Oh,
I'll actually-
yeah.
moly.
Like
I
I
always
currently
I
have,
have 4 browsers open at the moment. So
I always have at least 2.
yeah.
And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 14 things pinned actually on one of them. But that's less than half of the space. Anyway.
It's
moving
still
on.
less than everything going on in this one browser tab or one
Yep.
browser window. Holy shit.
Yep.
But I don't agree with a lot of things he says, but I agree with a whole lot of other things that he says. And he's got lots of interesting ideas, and he does tons of research. He had another channel called Flat Earth Nation, and that was yanked by YouTube, censored. He had about 10,000 subs, and then they did away with it. So that's something else we're going to talk about. Is
That's
That sounds
one
like a
place where I
fascinating topic
agree
that
with.
we should cover. I'm
We
sorry,
should
I was
cover
gonna-
what?
I was the thing that he just mentioned, the topic of that channel that YouTube shut down. I think it was Flat Earth. That's what it was about. It sounds like a great topic. We should cover it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never heard of this flat Earth. It doesn't seem like anything anybody on here would be interested in.
So,
And-
like,
Hmm?
so are we at an impasse here with?
No, there's
No,
no
so-
impasse. It's my goddamn channel, and we're not doing flat Earth. Period.
Yeah,
My
but
cul-
there's channels that cover flat Earth that might have other fun stuff inside their channels, right? That other videos that aren't specifically flat Earth.
Weren't
Okay.
you looking to make more content?
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to whore out my co-host here to more channels.
Yeah.
You should do flat Earth.
Yeah. We can do flat Earth. We can do flat Earth. Fun stuff.
Maya makes me give her all the credit, but she protects me, so it's okay.
I do.
censorship.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a
or
minute.
As I like
Big money. Big money.
Woo!
World of Fools. I'm thinking about elections again. Every option was wrong. That was actually Roger's brain. Oh, he was talking about the poll that I took down. You know what? He might have something there. But thank you for the $5. I love money. Wait, did you have what happened to? Oh, okay. Yeah, we're good.
How dare you?
There was
call
a
it now. I
$2
coined this
one,
term
too.
yesterday.
Sorry.
I'm just saying,
that one?
Maya.
Hmm?
I'm trying to pay you reparations, and you just let it go like that.
Look,
How dare you?
Jester is like reparationing circles around you, sir. You better
So-
get that wallet out and empty
So,
it.
did we miss Fern? Because Fern dropped a super
Mhm.
chat, a
Maybe I'm
fraction
just
of
not too
reparation.
fern. So what I
Okay.
need is like a super chat window in
You can-
Streamlabs because holy fuck.
Oh yeah. Well, Maya,
Fern.
get more orders.
Here we go. Fern. Fern
There you go.
Love Fern Love Bond says a fraction of reparations. But no, Fern, you didn't own my grandparents. You don't owe me reparations. I don't know why I
When
can't
were your
talk. For the
grandparents
whole
born?
fucking look, I am your grandfather owned my grandfather, and
My
like
great
150 years
grandfather.
later, I came. So although it was like a net good, I still want money. And poor Fern is picking up your slack, you asshole.
If only I would contribute financially to this channel. How dare I?
You know what? You just
sorcery ship, right? Because they're casting spells in the minds of people by denying them information.
Sorcery ship. We're talking
Nobody's
about
ever used that
sorcery
word
all of
before.
a sudden. Where the fuck did that come from?
sorcery shit. Okay.
Sorcery ship. Not instead of censorship, it's sorcery ship.
Oh, it's just a pun. Okay.
And do you guys know where the word censorship comes from?
But I'm sure you'll tell us.
I learned that like today or yesterday. I think it came
Censor puts out
from
smoke.
when people would be removed from the census rolls in like Rome or something.
Oh, neat.
census, censor.
Hmm.
You got, I don't know. I mean, that
Did
could
you,
be
like-
wrong.
Did you Google that to verify?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I just got it from
You heard
a YouTube
you heard
video.
someone say it.
Somebody said it on the internet, and that must be correct.
Was the first name Alex?
No, their first name was Flatzoid, I think.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Flatzoid.
I've
No,
That
never
sounds like
hold
a last name.
never heard of it.
It might have been Dapper.
No.
I get Dapper and my Flat Earthers confused a lot. Sorry.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping to summon him by like insulting his soul.
Are you trying to summon him into
I'm
the chat?
first. Send
Yeah.
sorcery shit.
Hey, I'm
You
pretty
heard it
sure
here
he
first,
watches
so,
the stream. So, like, if you
No, I mean-
if you walk in and you don't have a wrench one day, it's like, it's like, was that Dr. Tapioca Weasel? I accidentally banned you. I couldn't tell you from Flatzoid.
Oh.
Dr.
Wow.
Flatsiopa Weasel.
I think that's what they're doing, and I don't agree with it, and I think they're scum. Yeah. So anyway, Alan from this channel, he's constantly streaming and showing different bits of my work, and then he brought up a. We're going to come back to that in a second. He brought up, yeah, this heart right here. This is from another channel, real small channel, and he posted.
Not gonna lie, this right here. But like, if all of the rocks looked like this, I would
Okay.
not blame people from the before
I-
times from thinking maybe this is a thing, you know? Because this one, I mean,
I
I see where he's
would-
coming from.
I'd give him more leeway.
Yeah.
But they're not, so I'm not, and fuck him.
So like the old timey people though, let's not oversell how smart these people were. They thought that that megalodon teeth were dragon tongues. So that's pretty weird.
Look, I mean, okay. So I'm not gonna
Tongues?
shit on people in the past that were doing their best efforts to science, because
My point. Yeah, exactly.
their trial and error got us to where we are today. And they really, really did try, and in their own way, as hard as we still do today.
I think it was actually the
There's-
herbalists, the people, the woo salesmen that were calling them dragon tongues, though. Same people like called fossils dragon bones in the Chinese medicine shops and stuff. Not the actual people trying to science.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
also-
people like this though. There's no excuse for them. It's bullshit.
If you found in like 1300 a largely complete fossil of some ancient creature that was like kind of large, like maybe human sized or something, but it wasn't anything you had ever seen or heard of or anything like that, and you said that's a dragon, I think the best way of interpreting that is that's how, like, that is they have to give it a name.
Mhm.
Giving it the name dragon is very reasonable.
Yeah.
You know?
So, and for a long time, up until even the 19th century, there was this idea of antediluvian creatures, right? They were just these are pre-flood creatures. They're all the weird giant animals are just big pre-flood animals from a time when in darkness, when there was no sun and all this craziness, that the stuff that they used to think about prehistoric world and how animals were structured and how life came to be, for instance, because it was this idea that there was this primordial world of monsters that was destroyed by a flood, and we're just kind of the species that survived that.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, like, you take everything you just said and you replace flood with giant meteor.
It's not far
And
off,
suddenly-
yeah, but
And suddenly you've got the KT like transition, right? Like, except without a
Yeah.
boat. There's no boat.
no boat. Well, you can't prove
No boat.
that.
No boat, okay? I have looked long and hard because somebody told me that there was a boat with a little man on it and I couldn't find him. And you know what? I refuse to be mocked any longer.
Oh, I could teach you about that. I'm
Um,
very
I
good
was
at
kind of
finding
in a
little man.
Titan has a question.
Oh, I actually, so I need to check my relevant email, but I may be appearing on the Sunny Spot of Skeptic Haven this Thursday to talk with another physicist, I believe. Yes, they have a PhD in nuclear physics. I've not met them or spoken to them before, and it's possible that we will be talking about how magnets work. So, yeah.
Are you going to have to buy a book to learn all about magnets? Do you even think they're real?
You know, while we got this hearts pulled up here, I do want to say that we do have fossilized hearts, right? They don't look like this though. We have
We
fossilized.
do have fossilized hearts, like a lot of mummified hearts. It's
Mhm.
interesting. I don't think. Yeah, you're right.
None of them are
look
magnetic
like.
though.
Yeah, none of them look like they were like pulled out of a. Like, okay, if somebody was transporting a heart to be to a patient or whatever, got into a car wreck, and then like a day later they the heart emerged from wreckage. Maybe browner, but I expect it to look something like that. But I mean, we're not playing around with real life, so I mean, oh, what are you doing?
Who?
It's
What?
about the magnets.
I would never. Okay. So this guy thinks it's a heart, and it kind of looks like it,
Yeah.
in a phase where I wasn't really producing videos, and it just slipped my mind. But the channel name is
It looks greasy, like it looks slippery.
go.
Look at all these channels he has on the side that we can add to our list of channels that we can cover though.
Red Pill Rising. That sounds foreboding.
We got Mud Fossil, our Mud Flood
Was-
was Armageddon. Yeah.
Mud Flood was Armageddon. Yeah.
We can farm content from his
Okay.
friends.
Even in my crazy, like I have a Dennis Hoven, the Dennis Hoven, the Denisovan. Is that what your account is called?
Yes.
So I have an account like that. I'm very creative. It's called
Wait.
Maya Atkinson Alt.
Wait, you can have multiple accounts?
No.
You can't. You can't.
He
No.
doesn't. I mean, well, okay. So each
Sure.
of the weasels have their own accounts, and I think since it's like under the same IP, Gmail considers them alts.
Yeah. It's a bummer. Because it means that only I, Tapioca, get any power when it comes to flexing the Trenchcoat Squad's authority over the internet. And you will respect my authority.
I should have let Bree man the video.
Lost it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we've been doing this for a year and you haven't learned, so I'm not optimistic.
Here it is. It's web dev newbie, and this is one of the most beautiful examples of a Hearthstone that I've found, or that I've seen. Not that I've found. This is a beautiful video. He's got lots of really interesting pieces here. A lot of them I don't know what they would be as far as the different kinds of the biology, but look at this stone. Oh my gosh.
What is happening?
Mad Leet Jams.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like avant-garde. It's interpretive dance, but like geology style, right?
There's your entry for the aorta and the vena cava.
I see. The problem is I have absolutely no idea what part of this was supposed to be the entry. I guess one of these is supposed to be the aorta, and one of them is supposed to be the vena cava.
It's a goddamn rock.
Yeah, well, so is Sue. But She's also a beautiful Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Bree. Where did he get this rock from?
Well, as far as this rock, it does look like a cobble, maybe with some red clay and red clay cobble. And as I was saying earlier, cobbles are made from clay getting wrapped around inclusions and becoming sedimentary. And you put them in a rock tumbler, and they get all shiny and pretty like this. And it's like, ooh, that's fancy. But yeah, this one definitely looks like it's been tumbled. It doesn't, or carried. You can also, for people who don't know, you can carry a rock in your pocket with like a handful of pennies for a couple of weeks, and it'll do the same thing as a rock polisher.
Yeah, Dok Deino, we are covering heart-shaped stones. You haven't been here in a while, and I whipped out the crystal ball, and I was like, oh, Dok Deino, we are totally going to do mud fossil heart stones just for you.
Yeah. Did Dok Deino request mud fossil heart stones at one point?
But I actually have gotten a couple of people asking when the next time Dok Deino will be back on, so I'm gonna have to reach out. However, I'm kind of booked 2 months out, so we'll work it out.
Well, do you want it? I mean, he could join now.
I don't even know if he's still here.
We always have that power.
I mean, yeah, Doc, if you hit me up, you know how to contact me if you're still here and you're willing to join, and want to talk about heart stones.
Yeah, somebody who knows.
Yeah. Check Discord, Doc.
Doc is still here. I'm not even sure that's still a thing. I mean, granted, this is a comment from like 5 minutes ago, but still. Sometimes people want to eat and sleep. It could happen.
Yeah. But
we'll see.
There's your entry for the aorta and the vena cava.
What is that?
Is it jasper?
It probably is.
I'm pretty sure this is like just red jasper, right? I mean, that's the type of rock we're looking at.
There's the top.
Jasper.
I think this is a kidney, not a heart. You know?
I mean,
the gristle, the fatty portions of the heart. That's where the blood vessel. Sorry, that's the top. You can see this opening here, and here's the suture line, where the folds of the heart meet. And there's your entry, and boy, would that be an interesting one to
red
slice
jasper is kind of
that's
famous
probably
for looking like meat, right? Like the
yeah.
They'll have like the pieces that look like bacon or look like a steak or something like that. I'm like, look at that. Yeah. It's I think that's what we were dealing with that heart, that first heart. I was looking up some other ones to see.
All right. I will give credit where it's due. Hi. Dok Deino was interested in talking about heartstones.
You see?
Who would have guessed?
I read their mind. I was like, you know what? I'm just completely taking it with
Dok Deino.
no
Hi. You haven't been in a stream in like 2 months. How have you been?
I've been better. I've been worse. I'm not terrible, but yeah, I had y'all in the background while I was cooking dinner. And then I heard someone mention heart-shaped stones, and I was like, wait,
what the fuck?
They're doing it. Shit.
Why? God, why? I must join. You know what? I feel that.
Yeah, it's Bree's fault.
Yeah. I asked this. I figured Valentine's Day, red hearts. Let's do heart stones.
Yeah, no, she got me. It was like more than a month ago. She was like, I haven't been on in a while. I was like, you were just on 2 weeks ago. That wasn't planned.
Yeah.
Well done, Bree. Well done.
I did
By the way,
not.
Doc,
Yeah,
this wasn't planned either. So you could.
I was like tagged in because we were covering some. It was the South Park one, right? Yeah,
it was the South Park one.
Which our friend.
Okay, you weren't there. Oh. Wait, what do you mean? Oh yeah.
Hold on. I want to tell.
Oh wait, no, you weren't the one. Wait, was she in the South Park one?
I was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was at the
no,
South
it was.
Park
But okay, she had this like it was before that. It was before we did that, she asked for this show.
Yeah, this
She's
was
like,
like
I
right
want
after
V-Day.
Christmas
Yeah.
All right.
that I said, hey, let's do Valentine's Day. Put me on the books, and we'll.
You know what I'm
cover
thinking is
Hearthstone.
The Simpsons. We did the Simpsons on Christmas,
So, Doc.
and that's the one that you weren't there for.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dok Deino though. I'm gonna have to
Is
get
this
with you
beef?
because you actually are being requested by the audience. So
Always
Oh
a
dear.
surprise.
Now
What
I'm-
for? How do they want to torture me?
just pillaging and
Same
whatever
reason I'm
whatever
here.
they do. No, they love you and they love hearing from you. So we've got to get you on for a full show.
So.
All right. Sure.
What do you know about red jasper there, Dok Deino?
Which
It's pretty. It is pretty rock.
is it?
but-
Is it cattle? Is it bison?
It's iron
I'd say-
based, right? That's where it gets its red color from.
I believe that is what we call Ferrosaurus, if that makes any
Hmm.
sense.
Sounds like a dinosaur.
It sounds like a flavor of asbestos. If if I attach an AED to this thing, will it start beating?
No.
I doubt
Oh.
it.
No.
I doubt it.
Just say no. Don't
But
try to hope
I
I
appreciate your
flirt.
intellectual honesty. Okay.
What
Sadly,
would you
it-
think if it
sadly,
was
no.
found inside a vagina cave, though?
sorry, did you say a giant cave or a vagina cave?
A vagina cave.
A giant vagina cave.
That's true.
Yeah, both.
Yeah,
really.
you should check my community tab. We just had a fish dock out of one of those.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He was in there for
yeah,
like
I
weeks.
got lost. Yeah, it was a good time, honestly. Yeah,
That's a
really.
jasper it's an interesting mineral. It's if any of you are familiar with like chalcedony or
No.
chert, it's the same stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. I was talking about shirt earlier.
Yeah.
As this guy was saying this shirt and shale layers were tree bark. You know how they layer out and it looks all
Yeah.
craggy, like it
And that-
does look like tree bark.
I have a
aesthetically.
sudden
Someone was-
craving for sherbet.
Someone was saying we'd found like fossilized dinosaur hearts too.
What?
Not to my knowledge.
Just
There was
fish,
one
right?
that we thought was one, but it turned out to just be a concretion.
We found. I think we found other reptile hearts, but not dinosaurs. Hold on.
Hmm.
Not that I know of.
Is your entry, and boy, would that be an interesting one to slice open. That's probably the best heart specimen I've
This doesn't look like a heart at all.
ever seen.
No, it's
There,
chalcedony.
Oh, no,
there's
you meant
some
the other
others,
one.
but yeah, it's awesome. So give that guy a sub. He's only got 332 subscribers, but that was beautiful work.
By the way, Chad,
Look, if
You
I
should
if I show a rock in my hand, can I get some subs? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, that seems like because we don't want you do not want these people to have more subs than our goddess, right? That's
Like, what the
ridiculous.
fuck? Yeah,
Maya,
sub to
if you
me,
want,
sir.
I could propose marriage to you on stream with a big thing that we call a diamond, and we can go viral. It'll be great.
You could
No?
do a
Okay.
Jasper. You could do a Jasper ring made from a heart.
Jasper, it would punch you in the face.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
it's
but-
mandatory. Like Brie, I'll give you all the like of the girl meetings. I'll give you all the past like the notes and shit. Like, no, we only accept diamonds now. Anything
Hmm.
else, anything less is punishable by punch in the face, and
Oh.
everybody just has to get on board with it. They can't shame you, and you can't be arrested.
Okay.
Just
Well.
diamonds.
Only diamonds.
Diamonds off.
We've decided to elevate our worth to what it's actually worth. So none of this
Yeah.
Jasper shit. You're actually doing a net negative for the species. Diamonds.
Mhm.
That's it. Period.
I just think Jasper's pretty.
You can have that too. It can be like one of the things that your guest give you at the wedding. But
Yes.
from the man that wants to spend the rest of his life with you, or a woman, we don't shame here.
Yeah.
Nothing less than diamonds.
Oh yeah, I would never get married again. Well,
I
I
hear
Wow.
that. I hear that.
Maya, you
I
just
feel
fell.
that in the depths of my soul.
yeah.
What?
Maya, you fell for the whole big
Look.
diamond industry con, hook, line, and sinker.
Look, listen to me. Listen to me.
Terrible. Look what capitalism has done to you.
It is not
Now
that.
hear
Look,
me out, Maya. Check out the
Yes.
link I sent in the private chat. That is a pretty jewel.
The beers.
oh, no, look, okay, here's what happened. Elon Musk's parents are just trash garbage, like hot trash garbage, right? And they own diamonds. And then they said we all have to love diamonds. And then Twitter existed. Now it's true.
All right then.
Ooh, oh my gosh,
Fantastic.
what is this? What is this gem that you're showing us here, Dok
Oh,
Deino?
what are we doing here?
Gorgeous.
We're watching. What are we doing? I'm gonna try to.
It is
about
watermelon
flicking brick.
tourmaline.
Is it? Oh, yes, we do have it on screen. Because no, that is not what I wanted to do. I need somebody to like show it on screen because I can't find
Yeah,
shit.
I'm on it. There you go.
I can't believe I'm the only one.
I
who
got
knows
it. I also.
Yeah, this is watermelon tourmaline.
It looks
That is fucking gorgeous. I want
Yeah.
one.
it looks like an infinity stone. Like it's got powers or something.
Yes. No, I went to cast all of my magic spells with this bitch.
Yeah.
I
I would like to put
uh,
that like on a circlet on top of with that like right there. I don't know how big it is, but I'm pretending.
Yeah, I can't tell how big it is either. I have no rock hammer or banana for scale.
It's gonna take up half my hand. Oh my god. Not my
Maya.
finger, my whole fucking hand. That's how big it is. I want one.
No, that's not how big that is. I assure you of that.
Shut up. Nobody asked you. I made a claim, and all you have to do is say, ma'am, yes, ma'am. Don't make me smite you.
Okay,
You're-
well, if you think that's pretty, I've got another one for you.
Oh, okay.
Called
Wait.
rutilated quartz.
The fuck is this?
Mutilated.
No. Wait, where's the other one?
Mhm.
Rutilated.
This is pretty cool looking. I don't know what's going on here, but
No, it's not. It looks like a chunk of ass.
to be clear, an actual chunk of fossilized ass would be really cool on a lot of different levels. So,
We do have that.
Ooh.
Yeah,
It
we
looks
have fossilized cloaca anyway.
That looks like a spider web on in a diamond.
Yes, that
Yeah,
looks like
this
ring
is
of
what
power.
happens. This is what happens when a mineral called rutile grows inside of quartz. It can turn really pretty.
is it alive?
Yes.
It does grow.
I like it. See, yeah, this was a good idea. We should have Dok Deino just randomly appear in more streams. All right,
I'm happy
moving
to be
on.
Invited.
And so going back to this one, he's got Web Dev Newbie has another video where he actually is rotating it and showing how it compares, and that's what Alan is showing here on his channel.
And that's what that's why this piece on the right on the rock is a different color from what's on the left here. It's just like you're seeing in the image over there. It's just the way that whatever happened to it when it petrified, you can clearly just see the difference in the layers is what we're seeing there. Okay, let's look at this.
Oh, wait. Hear this. Jester wants to know what was the last rock, the one with the black spider webs. What was that called again?
Sorry, eating dinner. Rutilated quartz. I can type it in the chat.
Beautiful.
A
Sorry
rutilated
to-
corpse sounds like a metal band.
Yeah, where's Titan when you need him? It's like rutilated quartz. Loved him, saw him in the 80s.
So we can identify the different openings.
Anyway,
So
that's
these
what I
are-
wanted to show you there. And then
See, I thought that was one of y'all talking for a moment.
at the later in this video, there's another video Alan made where he's shows this. And honestly, I have a hard time.
That one kind of looks like the underside of a turtle with 5 appendages.
I'm
Yeah.
seeing
That
this
looks
as a
like
heart. I know
a rusted car part.
Which car part?
I don't know. What do I look like? Bob the Builder?
Just looks like a chert nodule to me.
No, Alan, you're
See,
totally convinced.
Y'all thought I
that it is.
didn't know
To
what I
me,
was talking about when I kept saying this is all shirt. This is all a bunch of shirt. And
I say
Doc's here to
he's
confirm.
pronouncing it different though, so you should have a pronunciation fight.
Shirt or shirt.
I've never
know
heard
what?
anyone
It's more-
say it shirt.
Vandalia
Shirt?
asked a very pertinent question. This is probably the best question I've seen since I started streaming.
Yeah,
I don't know.
mean, you
Start
should,
sending super chats in.
All right, what were we talking about? This petrified heart, or what are we saying this is?
This looks like I don't know, like a weird octopus thing. I have no idea what this is.
more like
Wait,
what is he
petrified
thinking of?
root structure of a tree.
Okay, that's plausible. Like that's more plausible than anything else I heard. But also, I have no idea what this is. It's probably just a weird rock. Like sometimes you get weird rocks, right?
weird rock.
Like
I mean, I think it's a weird rock. I actually do agree with you there.
like that's a scientific term, right?
Weird rock.
Close enough.
Sure.
Fantastic.
Tree and petrified sap. I know you've gone through it and looked at the anatomy. It doesn't look anything like
That is
anything
not
I've found.
sap.
Yeah, no, yeah. What?
Doesn't even have the color or consistency or anything of amber. Amber is very distinct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like an
On
amber
here.
ring too, just saying.
I have amber earrings.
Oh, are you wearing them now?
No, not right now. I would never wear earrings with these big ass monstrosities.
That's my
but-
thing too. I have all these cute earrings and that I got for my strings. I'm like, now I wear big headphones. I
right.
used to wear earbuds, and it's like, but I like these so much better because they
Yeah.
isolate me.
Yeah, I do like that they cover my whole ear. The earbuds keep falling out, and like you can feel when they're trying to fall out. It's just annoying, and it
Mhm.
takes up too much of my attention. I don't have to think about these
Yeah, you have to keep like reaching up there and pushing them back in. Is
Yeah.
what when I'm doing through the whole time
constantly.
I'm
Like they're worse than
streaming.
glasses, and nobody cares about this. But
Meta.
since
Meta.
you said earrings, and Ember did not give us our makeup show today. I was a little lacking, so I was like, yes, earrings. I will talk about them. All right, but can we move past whatever the fuck this is? It's annoying me.
Fantastic.
This, yeah, we'll do this. This is fine.
This part?
Wouldn't be this
Yeah,
clear.
it's not a
only when you
rock.
walk-
I'm cool with it.
So-
oh wait,
yeah.
the rock is in the background. Are we still talking about the rock? What happened
No,
to the pigs? Why did I say no more pigs?
The
Well,
pigs
I-
are adorable.
I was getting so into the pigs, Maya. Okay.
Ugh,
Like,
still have half
and
an
you-
hour.
Yeah, I think that's why you were like, no, because you were like, I want to make the weasel sad.
Well, I do, but like now I'm sad.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes
Is it because
you
your
gotta-
heart's turned to stone?
But
I think. Well, okay. In fairness, heart was already stone, so
fair, yeah, fair.
shut up. All right, Doc's here, and Doc came to hear about stones. Do we have a better stone video? Because I don't know. He's like showing this thing, and it's pissing me off. I swear to God.
We can jump ahead to this part.
I'm sorry. I swear to Darwin.
I mean,
Before and
y'all are
after.
talking
had
about
been
a
changed.
rock. All I see is a heart diagram.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's why we're gonna skip ahead to the last part of this video. How about this?
Wait, we have 5 videos on this fucker. Look, for
That
the
is
last
an
half
alerted
hour.
flip side.
Hey, Bree, you had a really cool one that was only like 10 minutes long. Like that would be perfect right now.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Put
Where's
it-
that at?
Send me a link and I can do that. Yeah, or you can do it if you want.
Either way.
Yeah, if you have it lined up, I have to look for it. So if
Don't
you
Oh,
have
have
it.
okay. I can do that.
I don't know which.
All right.
killer.
Well, let's get to the next part that we want to like. Let him talk, and then you guys debunk something, and then I shall find thing, and we'll move to small video.
And I've put out maybe 8 or 10 videos in the last month now. And
here we
the
go.
sub count
We
was
got
at
it.
a
Oh
complete
man, you beat me. I was just about to
Cool.
paste it.
Hold on. All right, let me share. Biogeology. There we go. And this is about 8 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Howard.
Biogeology. The harp-shaped stone phenomena. When rough rock is broken into smaller pieces, it tends to maintain its original colour and detail. Whereas smooth stones, pebbles, appear to be fully intact due to them having a pale skin, making any
Pale skin?
fractures clearly visible.
Yeah, they're like fruit. They have skin that you got to peel. You don't peel your rocks.
Dok
Depends
Deino.
on the rock.
Dok
Yeah.
Deino. Do rocks have skin? I mean, is that a rock term?
I mean, not usually. I'm going to say a hesitant no. That is not commonly used.
Oh, Jester, no, we did not finish a video. I'm not sure if that'll ever happen again. What happened was, I guess technically we finished a video. Maya got pissed off, and God forbid, Maya forbid. So we're moving on to a different video that hopefully won't piss me off. But I'm drinking, and Tapioca Weasel is here. So it's iffy at best. But
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
sorry.
yeah,
Dino,
she gets real mad at me.
Dana was
And then
talking,
boosting the
and
screen.
Jester throws a lot of money at me, so I feel obligated to answer questions. You guys are streamers, most of you, so you understand the heartstring thing.
I mean, I don't get thrown money yet.
Oh right,
Hopefully soon.
how the fuck is that possible?
I don't know. I've been stuck at like 340 for 2 months now.
Yeah, no, we were neck and neck for a really long time. And then like overnight I got like 100 people and you were just like, bye Maya. And I'm like, what the
Bye.
So it honestly, guys, if you're not sub to Dok Deino, please do. I'm going to be watching
Dok
him
Deino.
tomorrow
Somebody
night.
drop the link. One of the
Like,
mods. Drop the
please.
link.
Like,
thank
there's
you.
nothing better to do with your Monday nights than to watch one of his streams. I swear to you. I am there. Ember's there. Bree's there. Mark Reed is there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just all of your favorite people are right
I'm still
there.
not sure what I'm covering tomorrow. Honestly,
That-
waiting
that-
for I'm waiting
know
for
what?
Grayson to tell me what he wants to watch.
5 hours ago, I said the same thing. So, things have a way of working themselves out.
Yeah, sometimes Live from the Hive is all scheduled on Friday night.
I mean,
While I'm hanging
yeah.
out with these nerds in Gather or wherever.
Remember when first heard the presentation of harp-shaped stone on MDD and was so confused? All right, Regios,
We all were.
your first mistake was MDD.
Yeah.
That most and don't feel back. Most of us made that mistake too. So.
I was almost Titan was modded there. I was almost modded there, but then I was just like, nah. But you know,
So you don't ever feel bad for mistakes of the past as long as you learn from it and you move forward in the future.
yeah, we all have PTSD, except for Tapioca Weasel, who just longs to get back in there to argue with the Flurf. But we don't talk about that.
I was Yeah, I was steeped in non sequitur show, so don't feel bad about MDD. Non sequitur shows sometimes.
Yeah.
Although
There's very
on the note of
few.
MDD, I
Mhm.
might actually be on there sometime soon.
You do you. I don't. I think it's a net negative, but I don't judge.
Well, Kyle Adams
Similar
sounded
to how
interested in debating me,
organs have a
so it'll be
Right.
painful.
Yeah, and you'll grow. Like, all right. Oh yes, but please, everybody sub to Dok Deino. He desperately deserves it. If you're a Dapper Dinosaur fan, you're going to be a Dr. Dino fan. I promise you. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
skin and a serous
So I have to get really stoned to listen to Howard. It's just that's the
No,
rules.
yeah, girl.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
fluid around them to protect them from abrasion. There doesn't seem to be any transitional stones between the two categories, which suggests that the smooth stone has a different origin than the rough cut rock.
Yeah, the smooth stones were created in moving water.
What?
Or in sand, and the other ones weren't.
Wait, he says the stone was created in moving water?
Well, no, I'm saying that. He's saying that
Oh.
these have completely different origins. His claim is that the smooth stones, the ones that have been tumbled in the sea or in the rivers or in the desert, that they are organs or something different than what regular stones
when over here in
are.
reality land, like the rounding of stones is one of the first things you learn in a geology course.
It's erosion. It's simple erosion.
It is just erosion. And it can be used for a lot of things actually in geology, which is interesting.
Yeah, you can date like the age of rivers and the age of shorelines and how long they were present for and all kinds of cool stuff, right?
It can tell you how rough it's been, like how much energy is in the stream, and like a bunch of stuff. Like it can also give you a hint as to how far away the rock is coming from, because the longer it's in the river, the more rounded it'll be.
So these types of stones that we're looking at on the screen now, is this mostly like limestone that we're looking at here with silica in it?
Be hard to say without actually having them in my hand. Granite and limestone can weather very similarly.
There's a lot of silica here, though. I can see that.
I mean, maybe? I can't say for sure, honestly.
Well, I don't know.
Guys, these are all fossilized hearts. What are you talking about?
Okay. No silica because it's organic.
Well, see, the thing is, Howard points this out. Water tends to make stuff paler if you soak it in it for a while because it leaches out minerals. That's why his harp-shaped stones have a red, meaty center, but are pale on the outside. It's just what happens.
It's actually because if you pay attention, Doc, it's actually because they're organs of long lost creatures.
Yeah.
So, I don't know where you're getting all this weird.
Sorry.
Did you go to? Hold on. Wait a second. I don't think I'm picking up on something. Did you go to a liberal university?
I think it's left leaning, but I'm not. It's state.
Okay, listen, this is your re-education, so I'm gonna push play now.
Wait, no, we can't. Wait, you are all streamers. You know how this goes. People pay money. I say the things.
Okay, just say the things. $10. Say it.
From Stephen Walsh. Anybody make stone soup? Warm up soup on hold. Working on baked chicken CCB with an herb butter. I hear an invitation. Is that a party over here?
Kind of hungry.
Is that like a ciabatta or what? I don't know. What
I don't
CCB
know.
is.
So when I was in the 3rd grade, we did a play called Stone Soup, and so then apparently we made stone soup and fed all our parents. Something like that happened, and that is the last time I remember stone soup. And it was a tomato-based something with a lot of potatoes.
Sorry, that just dredged up like some core memory. There was a dino documentary I watched once where some paleontologists took a piece of the KT boundary and put it in their soup for the evening.
Oh, God.
So they ate the end of the dinosaurs.
Hardcore.
Wow.
Oh, they ate the iridium level or layer. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah.
It's metal.
Yum.
That's
Well, I was
pretty-
like,
pretty metal
I
thing
actually
to
think
do.
I talked to you specifically about this. Like one of my favorite fossils because of the chemical reactions is that blue babe, the steppe bison
Yes.
that was blue. They did eat that bison. They ate some of it. The scientists did. So
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
yeah,
Paleontologists
mammoths and
do a lot of
stuff, too.
stupid crap. You kind of have to be somewhat insane to be in the field.
All right, let's see about these heart stones.
Harp-shaped smooth stones can be found either along the coast.
And just to clarify, heart stones and harp stones are not exactly the same, but they're basically the same phenomena.
In valleys, riverbeds, or just buried in mud. Many of these smooth stones have the shape of a harp, which in its most common form has a
wow,
wide
straight up showing
flat
us a
top
corpse.
and inward tapering sides. As does the
They don't teach you this at your liberal university, do they, Doc?
Well, not this specifically. I learned how to recognize a heart. Like I T8 an anatomy course. I had to know that shit.
It's lumpy. It's a lumpy thing. Like
Well, you should be able to find a petrified heart at the bottom of a river then.
Yeah.
What do they teach you in that liberal school?
I mean, mostly it was how to avoid being killed by COVID.
That's probably a good
Because
idea.
I went there during a very unfortunate time.
yeah,
right.
ooh, that
Yeah.
sucks.
You did know we were going to beat up on you when you came in here, right? You did know that.
I mean, have you seen how we react to one another?
the heart throughout all kinds of creatures. The same exact pattern can be found in stones of all sizes with multiple
lumpy.
matching features. We can find many external and internal correlations to the anatomy of a heart in each harp-shaped smooth stone. Openings, creases, or indentations.
Now that was really fucking cool. That hold on, where was
Opening.
it? That right there. What we're seeing
Coolest
on
rock
the
I've ever seen.
what's that?
Coolest rock I've ever seen. Right?
Here, Bree, I do have
That
to
is
ask, do you know
so-
how to do frame by frame on YouTube?
I just do the arrow keys. Just
Oh,
Yeah,
comma for backwards, period for forwards. That way you
oh cool.
just goes frame by frame.
Boom, boom.
Hey, learning all kinds of shit today.
Yeah, oh
Welcome
yeah.
to
I
the
just
future.
learned that
Nice.
rocks were
Nice.
were actual hearts, and Bree learned what a period is. This is awesome.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for mine.
Oh, they're horrible.
That's what I've heard.
Creases or indentations located on or near the top, which could be remains of the aorta and vena cava openings.
Yeah, I hate this.
I
guy
mean,
too.
what else? What other possibilities are there, right?
Yeah, it couldn't be anything else. Maya hates the truth, is what she's saying.
I do. I
It-
do. You know what? I'm a government shill to my heart.
Yeah, same page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like speak truth to power, but it's hard.
You got to earn those NASA bucks, though. They aren't gonna.
They don't prepare me for all this shit in either of my liberal colleges.
Yeah. We probably all should have went to the one Doc went to because they prepare you for harp-shaped stones, don't they?
Look, it's in Iowa. It's all freaking corn.
Corn-shaped stones.
Corn-shaped stone.
Yes.
That next time we'll do corn-shaped stones.
The bottom point is slightly twisted, which would be expected
minute.
if it
Wait.
is due to spiral
Stop.
contraction.
Stop the idiot from talking. Vandalia is paying reparations. Oh, so we got to shout him out.
Woo!
in the 6th grade, way back in the ancient days of 1992. I remember those days. I was in a musical called Wheels. It's on my channel. If anyone is bored after Maya gets off air, way to force me to show for your channel, Vandalia.
He paid for that. He paid for that
advertising.
plug.
Paid for this advertisement. I'm Vandalia.
Now you have
and I
to check that
approve this
box.
message.
Now you have to check that box when you go to publish this. You have to check the box that says this contains paid advertisements. Am I the only one who thinks this example on the left looks like a just a chicken, like a?
It just
chicken
looks like
breast?
a slab of muscle.
Yeah.
It just looks like a big slab of muscle.
Yeah.
Action of the heart muscle. The front is usually rounded or multifaceted.
But those are not the same thing. Like, those are different, though. And between them, they cover, like, everything. Okay? If it has passive... I hate this man.
Am
I'm
I the
saying,
only?
though, why did I say that we should watch this? I watched all the videos. I watched all 5. Now, and again, it's my own fault for doing that drunk and not remembering anything that I watched. However, holy shit, this is bad. And I'm still kind of drunk. Not drunk enough to get through this video and not remember it, which, fuck me. This is bad.
Yeah, let's
so bad.
pop ahead in this because we got just a few more minutes left here. I want to.
Dino here. Would you like to join us in talking about how bad this video is? Because I feel like you should talk or something. Oh, wait a minute. You also are paying reparations. I like this stream.
Aloha, estoy aquí.
Paying Maya to shill my taco short. Did you say tacos? Wait, you have tacos? Where are tacos?
I have there was a short on my channel called "The Cutest Taco You'll Ever See."
That sounds like a euphemism.
Hey,
yes, but not in a
Doc,
bad way.
You wanna explain this to us? I wanted to make sure we got this part covered because this is one of my favorite fossil factoids. I think that yeah,
this is a Scrotum humanum. It is technically the first named dinosaur.
What?
So back in like the 1700s, a fragment of bone was discovered in England, and they decided to name it its own species because that's what they did back in the day.
Yeah.
And it looks like a giant ball sack, so they called it Scrotum humanum. Literally human scrotum.
I was thinking it looked like a bone, but okay. I love that in them. What am I looking for? I don't see anything that talks about tacos, and I swear between all the shit about like soup and sherbet and tacos, I'm getting hungry.
Are
you gonna post
it's
it
posted
somewhere?
in the private chat. It's just a cute little thing if you want to play it, or I don't care.
Hey, Doc Tapioca Weasel, you should like make yourself useful.
What? I don't know how to do that. I have no idea.
Baby, sweetie, honey, I got you covered. Don't worry about it.
No.
You know what? Leave it to a
completely
woman.
Of this sort of thing.
Like a doc trying to...
Or the taco, for short. This little dino was all over East Asia during the early Cretaceous, and it was adorable. There were over a dozen species, and altogether, they were scuttling around the forest floor for over 20 million years. Oh, and before you think I'm trying to make these guys look cuter than they really were, this is what they actually looked like. We have hundreds of tacos in the fossil record. Some of them so beautifully preserved, we know what their skin looked like, from head to toe, even around their private parts. These were the real colors for at least a few species. They also had a rush of bristles running along their tail. We're still not sure why they had those. Might have been to show off, or it might have made it harder for predators to gulp them down. Regardless, tacos were a sheer force of adorableness, from hatchling to adult. Just imagine a flock of these little taquitos waddling around your home.
That is too fucking cute. Holy
Little break
shit.
from Roger. or Howard.
Tomato,
Whatever, that's
tomato.
his name.
Here, share my screen really quick. I got a proposition.
The Apple
Oh.
game.
So
The
let's
door hits the floor. This is
Signal.
almost custom. The
let's
best
do.
start. Hoshi's also there. But this is looking like a very similar race to the last one, except Piggy S'mores is too far behind. Japan look like they're going to win it here with Ginger in second. What just happened with Piggy S'mores? He was fifth as they hit the mountain. He was still fifth as they entered the water. Yet in the last few meters, Snatcher's second out of nowhere. His awareness of other pigs is second to none. He senses that going to the right of Hoshi is going to slow him down too much, so makes a last-minute correction, and it pays off wonderfully. As we know, Bear is one of the lightest pigs in the league, and that makes her very susceptible to being pushed around by larger pigs, such as Hoshi and Piggy S'mores. And on occasion,
I can't.
All
take
right,
all this
so
sweetness.
I'm proposing that we do League of Psittacosauruses, right? That's something that we should probably try to do. And race Psittacosauruses instead.
Psittacosaur. I don't know what's happening.
The dinosaurs we just saw.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
The tacos.
Yeah, but
The
they're all
tacos.
dead though.
That's a problem we'll have
Well,
to
they don't
work
have to
out.
be.
I mean,
it sounds like a pretty big problem. We should probably,
I saw a movie on how we can fix it. It's okay. I saw it's a.
All right. Well,
Interesting.
All right.
Dr.
But-
Spielberg would never lead us astray.
Yeah, I don't know. We should probably start winding down because it's been taking us like 40 minutes to get through the introduction.
I was about to ask
outro.
Doc what they had coming up on their Creation
Wait,
Science Theater.
That's my thing. Yeah,
Oh,
what
sorry.
Bree said.
Honestly, not sure.
I'm sorry, no.
Grayson's in charge of what I'm
You know
covering.
how this goes. Who are you? Where are you? And what do you have coming up
Right.
this week?
I am Dok Deino, your modern day Deinonychus. I make videos about dinosaurs on occasion, currently working on a couple right now. And every week I host a stream where we talk about how bad creationists are at science. Or just, people misusing science to make money. I hate when they do that. But yeah, this week I have no idea what I'm covering. It is up to Grayson or Base Theory, so feel free to go yell at him.
Grayson is so awesome. He was on here 2 or 3 months ago.
He just hit
And
1,500, I think. too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I was on the stream when that happened. And what did happen? He talked about the electric universe. Is that what we're talking about? Yeah, because I was trying to get Jay to do it, but Jay was like, fuck that shit. And so I had to do some other crazy shit. But yeah, that too was fun. The 3, the 6, and the 9. It was all a good time. Grayson was like, no, I am all about batshit crazy shit. Let's do it. And
Yeah, he's down.
I was not prepared. I will be honest. I wasn't prepared for the whole Electric Universe channel. I didn't know it was a thing.
It's high density bullshit. It's great.
I had Grayson
like
on to
Roger.
talk about Tartaria, which is
Why is how is that not a Maya thing? Like, holy fucking shit. That is such a Maya thing. Tartaria?
you
Grayson
only need
can't
to talk about
Tartaria.
Tartaria.
Look, there's no like physics in Tartaria. Like, it's a Maya thing to do.
The Mudblood is part of Tartaria, so
But what do you call it? I want to show this. I was trolling Doc with it. Where am I at? But yeah, wait, is Grayson on your channel, Brie?
yeah, he was on Creation Watch.
Oh, you know what? I think I was not in the house when that happened. I need to go back and watch that because I do like Grayson. He's good peeps. You know what? While I'm trying to do this, who are you? Where are you? And what do you have coming up this week?
Hi, I'm Bree from Hive Sci. I have a nifty little channel where I talk about science for the most part and debunk bad takes. I talk about cryptozoology and aliens and all that good stuff in Cryptic Corner. Then we do some bad science, whether it's bad animal science, whether it's bad medical science, or something along those lines. A lot of young Earth creationism and flat Earth topics as well, and things of that nature. And then we do some real science too, where I do a little segment called Bria's Bestiary, where I talk about different animals and how they've impacted human history and how, and break down their ecology or whatever's relevant to the topic. And that's every Saturday morning at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you want to come hang out with us, I have a sweet little live chat that gets pretty lively and fun, and we usually have some good laughs along the way.
You guys have got to hang. Like, holy shit, Brie has the best Saturday morning adult cartoons. No, seriously, I wake up just like, oh, Brie's on. I have to. Sometimes I get out of bed and just listen, and sometimes you catch me when I'm driving around doing errands. But I know I don't always. Well, I lurk a lot, but I'm always watching. Not like Titan's always watching, but yeah.
Yeah, cryptozoology is probably my favorite thing to talk about. So yeah, if you like that, you should come over. I mostly debunk, but I still like to talk about it.
Oh, we still have to do that medieval art tier list.
Yes, we still need to do that. That was a fun idea that we never got to.
If Grayson and my stream does end early tomorrow, we could do it then. If you're free.
Yeah.
Wait, oh, yeah, you don't know what Grayson is doing yet. This is quick. It's like you probably can't hear that. Where it was just funny. I saw this and I was showing it to everybody in a couple of the Discord groups. I was like, this is hilarious. He's talking just to us.
Yeah, it's the big titty cat girl.
We still can't hear it, or I can't hear it.
Same here.
You can't hear it? Can anybody in the chat hear it? And nobody's talking in the chat. Weird. Can anybody hear me?
So yeah, just check the YouTube. The YouTube can't hear it either.
Okay. I don't know. That's weird. Same screen that I was showing for the Michael Jackson vid. Wait, can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, you can hear me. All right, cool. I was just like, holy shit. No sound. Oh, that sucks. Okay, so now they're talking to me. I don't know. That's crazy. I did want people to hear this because but you know what? Fuck it. I'll why isn't this working? That's gonna bother me now.
So when you hit share screen,
Mm-hmm.
there's a little switch at the bottom that says share
background audio.
Also share audio or tab audio, right? You see that? Is that flipped?
Yeah.
I
think.
Okay, and then let's see. So
actually, it's asking me now if I want to share audio files.
That is not what you want to do.
Yeah, also share audio, tab audio, which it is.
That's what that should be flipped, but
right. Yeah.
And you're on the Chrome tab, right?
Chrome tab, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. Well, notes for next time. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? This isn't. Oh, here's probably the problem. I'm on the Chrome tab, but this is Edge.
Ah.
That would be a little bit of a sticky wicket. Let's open this bitch up in Chrome.
And I'm back on the big screen. Hello.
Huh?
So I'm back on the big screen.
Oh, is it Bree? It's Bree. Oh, wait, and you already did all your shit. So what do you have coming up? Do you know what you have coming up this week? Probably not.
Actually, I did. I was looking at something because there's some folklore about an animal that everybody thinks actually exists. Like everybody thinks that this animal exists and it doesn't. And I'm going to tell you why. So next week.
What animal is it?
I can't give away spoilers yet.
Oh, it's too much spoilers. Oh, that
Yeah.
sucks ass.
Yeah. So
No, sorry, I do have to poof. Thanks for having me on. Y'all have a
Thank
good
you.
evening.
And
Yeah.
you have fun. We're gonna do this and then we're gonna head out. But thank you for coming on.
yeah.
All right, so this should work.
Oh, the conversation gets into gravity isn't real because magnets exist. How can a magnet overcome gravity if gravity is supposed to hold everything together? Everything is actually held together with plasma tethers. So I ask again,
We won't even look at the screen.
how do you know about that? How do we know that? Turns out this person is he is a believer in what's called the electric universe. There was one source that he did give me, and it was the Thunderbolts Project. Oh, the conversation.
Yeah. I was like, sir. I feel like we're best friends. And I said that to Grayson, and he was just like, oh. I said that to Grayson. He was like, no, one got out. Like, yes, indeed, sir. That was great. Stephen Walsh is giving reparations bucks, saying good tacos are on Tuesday. Stay on topic. It's Sunday. Cordon bleu and blanched roasted vegetables. Almost done. Most people think dark beefy mushroom sauce doesn't go with chicken. Try me. Those are all words, but I don't believe those are all dishes that should be like put on a plate together and consumed. But for $10 in reparations bucks, I am willing to tell myself to fuck off and agree with you because capitalism.
One of your audience seems very hungry tonight. Why are they so hungry?
Am I in my audience? Oh, you're saying my whole audience. I don't know. Like I think it started with the sherbet and then we got soup. We've been I don't know, like a lot of heart is a delicacy, like there's beef heart and chicken heart and whatever. I do love some foie gras, which I know isn't heart, but still innards, and who doesn't love that? Except chitlins. I can't. I just can't. I've given it the old Scouts try, but I'm pretty sure what's going to happen is I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to run across the street and grab some ice cream.
Yeah, ice cream. Yum.
That is. I keep thinking about that, and I'm pretty sure that's the plan. I may or may not be in Gather for an hour. I don't have an outro. Bree, do you have the outro? I don't have my own outro.
Boom, 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 boom. Let me see.
I love my outro. I've been playing around with music today, and I was just like, maybe I'll just swap the music out. And I hate it because like my outro was like, it was choreographed with music. And it's like breaking my heart. And part of me is just like, well, fuck it. Do I need 7 cents per video that badly? But then I say that and I'll go viral. And the next thing I know, like, every video will be making like 17 cents. And I'm like, over the course of a year, that adds up. So I'm conflicted.
All right, let me see if I can make this happen. Is it gonna let me?
Wayne. Oh, right. We have shit coming up. Doc. I don't know what the fuck. Are you doing are you doing something that anyone needs to know about?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
actually, I'm doing 2
show
things.
your little heart out.
I'm pretty sure, and I probably have an email that I need to respond to somewhere. I may be on the sunny spot on Thursday, talking some physics. It may involve magnet. So, there's that. And then on Saturday, I will be on Vandalia 1998's channel, doing with Landon Knoll and some other people, doing episode 1 which is the second episode of Before Earth, and we're going to be talking about like the first second after the start of the Big Bang. And so that'll be fun.
All right. Wow, you have a pretty jam-packed week.
Boom,
I need to
boom.
bring up my calendar because I think I have a bunch of shit coming up. I don't think. Okay, so I may or may not. I think I will have my brother on Saturday at some point. We'll see. He says he wants to like fight. Let's say
Fight
fight. He
who?
wants to be on my podcast. And I was like, I don't even know what the fuck to talk to you about because we talk on the phone. Like, why would I have you on the podcast? He's like, I want to be on. And I'm like, well, I have a lot of atheists that would love to fight with a devout Christian. Do you want to represent the entire Christian community on my stream? Bree, I've got you on stream like 3 times.
Sorry, I keep messing up this thing. Sorry.
You're doing beautiful. You're good. I'm just not done talking. And when I am done talking, I will share your screen. But you're good.
Oh yeah, no, it was. Yeah, I didn't think it was sharing because I couldn't.
No, it is sharing, and I just like speaking. I'm sorry. You're gorgeous. You've done everything correctly, and I love you for it. Anyways, so I asked him if he would like to represent the entire Christian community against the entire anti-theist community, aka Jay Bundy, his obnoxious anti-theist. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a bitch. I mean, not that I'm not a bitch. Does anybody think I'm not a bitch? Anyways, but because it's true. And so Jay is willing to represent anti-theist for me because I am not one. I don't even identify as an atheist, so I really can't get. I feel like I wouldn't be doing that part of the community justice. So I'm going to referee. So that may or may not be on Saturday. On Sunday, we are going to have BTF Wayne, Big Fang Flying Wayne. Is going to be representing Black Americans and for Black History Month. And all right, I haven't said anything, but I did a thing. Nobody knows about this except me and B.S. Lewis. So whenever he finishes his next video, I have most of the speaking parts. He says he's going to have it up. So Wayne's on next week. B.S. Lewis will be on the following week, and his video goes live at some point that week. I'm not saying that we're going to premiere it here. I'm, I'll leave that up to him, whether he does or doesn't want to do that here. But he will be on shilling for his channel and, doing all the things that everybody does when they come on here. And if you haven't heard B.S. Lewis, I do encourage you to sub to him. He has really edgy videos that are not for the faint of heart. He's actually reached out to me at 3 different occasions just to be like, is this racist? And I'm confident in saying no. He's just edgy, and I think he's pretty equal in his the way he jokes with each group.
His Christmas video was a freaking amazing.
That's how I found out about him. Yeah. And not this past Christmas video, but the one before it. And I found out about it because who was the bitch? Heathen Queen was bitching about being the only woman in the video who was also gunned down. And I was like, okay. And then I watched the video and I'm like, wow, this is funny as shit. But 2, she was in like a group of like 5 atheists who were gunned down by theists, and it was actually very apropos within the context of the storyline. She just didn't like being represented that way, which it's whatever. I would have been honored. I didn't know I didn't know BS, and he didn't know me, so I didn't feel comfortable reaching out and being like, this is fine. She was unhappy with it, and she's entitled to her feelings. and that makes me uncomfortable to say because her feelings are, yeah, if you love Heathen Queen, I love you. But yeah, I thought it was I thought it was a good video. I didn't think that it deserved the amount of hate that she gave it, and I loved the representation that was in it. And if you look at any BS Lewis video, you're going to see a lot of people from the community in it. So I was honored that he reached out to me and asked me to do a few speaking parts, and that'll be coming out at some point before the month is over. So, and then then we go into March, which is Women's Month, and I want to represent women atheists in the community. So we're gonna jump off with Vishanti, Sinister Porpoise, Jenna, from Tang or whatever. What is she doing? She's doing something now called it. Yeah, Jenna actually turned her channel. Instead of being Jenna, she's now the Teacup. So she's doing her own content now, and I'm happy. I've been asking her to do that for like 3 or 4 years now. And then for the last week in March, I'm missing a woman. Wait, yeah. Oh, wait. And then, yeah. Did I say Vishanti, Sinister Porpoise, Jenna, and then the very last week of the month, I am missing a person. So if anybody knows a woman that would like, preferably a woman in science, but it doesn't have to be. I really want to get women out there
You should ask
because I think
Sunny.
we're underrepresented. You know what? That's a great idea. I might do that. And
she interviews a lot of real like STEM field scientists. She brings a lot of that to the community.
But the Skeptic Haven has been really good to a lot of people in the chat, in the community. Really to Doc, really good at representation and showcasing. I cannot talk this week. Showcasing issues that are pertinent in our community, especially the hidden ones. So I think it would be good to give back and, let them get themselves out there because they are trying to fund to be a 503c nonprofit. So if you have a couple of pennies to rub together. Yes, Bree.
Yeah, they do. And they do some great fundraisers too. So keep your eye out on that because they will, they'll often be bringing members of the community together to raise money for different atheist and secular causes. Okay, that's all I wanted to add. Yeah.
No, thank you for adding that. So yeah, that's a great idea. I'll reach out to her. But yeah, and then we're jumping back in. I think with Spatchcock and Ember, and we stay busy over here. And I love it. And I love being able to bring great content creators to you guys. And I love being able to, I don't know, just hang out with my friends. I think almost everybody that we've had on here has been like, I've been friends with them for quite a while. And I just love hanging out and, just kind of getting all the bad juju from the week off and, going into the new week, into the next week anew. 10 reparation bucks from Stephen Walsh. Y'all have a good night. Chicken Steve, did I miss something? Is about ready to serve. Time zones are a big problem. No, it's late here too. I just like to talk. You can't shut me the fuck up. It's more than one person has tried. Never successfully.
I'm really hungry for chicken now. Everybody keeps talking about chicken, and it's yeah.
Yeah, we don't serve dinner here, but you're more than welcome to eat dinner while you're here. You're a vegan? I wouldn't mind being a vegan, but you know what? Ice cream. I'm not.
I'm a pescatarian now. I'm not actually a vegan.
I am a pescatarian. Yeah,
I just say vegan because because if you say pescatarian, people are like, "Huh? What's that?"
Really?
So it's
I've
just
never met anybody who
say.
didn't know what a pescatarian was. Normally, when I tell people I'm pescatarian, like the only people I tell now are like guys I'm dating. Like, oh, you like that expensive diet? Like vegetable, I can do full vegetables. I don't have to get the shrimp.
I like the seafood.
Veggies are the cheap dish. I'm not saying I have to have seafood in every dish. I'm just saying I'm not willing to edge that out of my diet, nor dairy. So,
Yeah.
I do
I'm
love
with
a
you,
good smoothie.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess chicken. I eat eggs, so
Yeah. I think
people
we
go back and forth on what that is, but
yeah, chicken's one thing that I do struggle with because I've given up beef and pork and lamb and
I
everything else.
won't eat any red meat. I won't eat pork.
Mhm.
If something has chicken in it and it's just like, hey Maya, here's a free lunch and chicken is in the dish, like I'm not gonna be like, oh no, I can't have any of this. I
Yeah.
have to buy
Well,
chicken.
we had some authentic Mexican food when we were in St. Louis, didn't we? And
Mhm.
we ended up getting
That
chicken,
was
which was
good.
really good.
I was
Yeah.
actually trying to that was back when I started trying to be
Mhm.
a vegetarian.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm at an authentic Mexican place. It smells amazing here. I'm going to have a beef taco, and it's not going to add an extra day. It's not going to take a day off my life. And if it does, it was worth it. That was good food. That was good food. It's worth a day off my life if that in fact happened. But probably the ice cream is going to be worse for me than the authentic taco.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody have anything else that they want to say before we head out? All right. Oh, I'm getting somebody else.
That's you.
I'm just